So today I want to talk about passive income versus active income and how it relates to taxes. So you see my other videos. I've been doing my own taxes on TurboTax for about 7 years now. So by nature of it, I've just been self-learning a lot. And obviously, when you invest in real estate, when you have businesses, there's a lot of uh, tax code, tax loopholes, if you will, that favor those who have businesses, do real estate because it's hard to do, and they want to encourage you to do it, right? Versus a W-2, you don't really have as many tax write-offs or tax code to take advantage of. And for me, I'm unique in the sense of I work a full-time W-2 as a pharmacist, and I also invest in real estate, and I also have a business as well. So I kind of do all three territories. And to kind of start off, I buy the most expensive TurboTax one. I think it's a TurboTax home and business for roughly, I want to say it's like around $70 to $100. I forget. Whenever there's a sale on Amazon, I always buy it. But it's the most expensive one. That's not the business. It's a home and business. So the one concept that I want to hit on is active income versus passive income in terms of for tax purposes. So we all know active income, if you listen to other YouTube channels, is like, okay, I have to actively work for it, versus passive income is it makes money in my sleep, right? So um, that's kind of the definition that you hear a lot. But for me, I want to talk about how it relates to taxes. So for tax purposes, my W 2 income is active income, right? So, I'm actively working in it. I work as a pharmacist. If I was, let's say, a realtor or a broker, like I will be down the road, that money I make is considered active income. Now, there's also something called passive income, and for the most part, rental income from real estate is considered passive. So, for example, let's just say, for easiness, I rent out a single family home for $2,000 a month. All my expenses are $1,000 a month, and basically at that point, that rental income will be considered as I make $1,000 a month. That's considered passive income, right? So at that point, it's passive income. So I have active income, then I have my passive income. Now, if for most real estate, because on real estate, usually you have a lot of passive losses. Um, so, for example, let's just say, for simplicity, take the same example. I get $2,000 in rent, but after all the expenses and then some of the depreciation, I'm negative, or it's $3,000 total. So I'm negative $1,000 a month, right? So in a year, I'm negative $12,000 a month on paper. So if you're not a real estate professional, right, and you make over, I think it's $150,000 gross, which I do, uh, that passive income doesn't offset my active W 2 income. All it does is it carries forward to the next year, right? So it can offset other passive income in the future years. Now, if you make money from real estate, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not a CPA and I haven't made money from real estate yet. So please fact check me down below if I mess up. But from my understanding right now, is if I do make money, it does get added to my ordinary income as W 2, right? And if so let's just say I make $1,000 a month, that does get added to my ordinary income, which is my W 2 active income. So if I make $100,000 through my W 2 and I make another $10,000 through my real estate, now I'm taxed at 110K, right? They add together. Um, if it was passive losses and I make above 150K, then those passive losses just carry forward, right? And offset other passive income. So if, let's just say, this year I'm negative 10K, but next year I'm positive 10K in passive income, those can offset each other. So it doesn't get added to my passive income, right? So that's kind of my understanding, and I'm trying to simplify this as best as I can. So that's kind of how I understand it, right? And so the way to hack it is when you become a real estate professional. So for me, I work a W 2. I cannot become a real estate professional. But if I became married to my fiance, which I will down the road, and let's just say she works maybe one day a week as a pharmacist and she becomes a real estate agent or a loan officer, at that point, she would qualify as a real estate professional. And collectively, since we're married and we're filing our taxes jointly, we qualify as a real estate professional together. So what does that mean? That means that our W 2 income, so let's just have our W 2 income, and let's say for simplicity, we make $300,000. And from all my apartment complexes, my mobile home park, single family homes. Let's just say I'm carrying over $300,000 of passive losses over the past like 3 years. At that point, my $300,000 active income is offset by my $300,000 in losses from my real estate because I'm a real estate professional status. So when you're real estate professional status, your active income and your passive income can be commingled, right? If you're not real estate professional status, active income, passive income stay separate, right? So that's one workaround. Another workaround is if you make your rental income active and I think the term is called materially participate. So that's where Airbnbs or short-term rentals got popular. So if I were to convert my single family home, which is a long-term rental, which is passive income, I convert that into an active business where I'm doing short-term rentals. So it's kind of like a hotel. At that point, I'm materially participating. So now the income is passive income, or sorry, it becomes from passive to active income, and the losses go from passive losses to active losses. So those active losses can offset my active income. So that's why Airbnbs became very popular, right? So, for example, I could work full time W-2. My future wife can work full time W-2. But if we manage an Airbnb rental that's materially participation and it's active income, doesn't matter. We can use that to offset as active losses against our W-2 income, right? So that's another loophole that you can do. So that's how you kind of do it, right? So for me, I'm not really right now a big fan of short-term rentals. It's just not my business model. So I'd rather go down that real estate professional route, which is why I want to become a real estate broker, and then have my fiance, who will become my wife, become a real estate agent underneath me, and also a loan officer underneath me, so she can do all the business, claim real estate professional status, and then at that point, we can qualify as real estate professional. So you can offset my W-2 income, which is taxed at 4% income. So if you can offset my income through passive losses or from losses from real estate, it'll basically give me a 40% raise because I'm taxed at a 40% bracket. So that's how people pay very little to no taxes, right? So to kind of summarize, you just have to really tease out your W-2 is active income. If I flip real estate, it's active income, right? And then versus passive income of real estate and passive losses. So the key thing to figure is my income is active, real estate losses are usually kept separate, right? Active income over here, passive loss in real estate over here, they don't commingle. The only way they commingle is if you become a real estate professional status, in which case the passive losses from real estate can offset your active W-2 income. Or if you convert your rentals into short-term rentals and you convert it from a passive loss into an active loss, in which case it can offset your active W-2 income. So hopefully this makes sense to you. I just want you to know at a high level what I'm thinking, so you know the right questions to ask your CPA or your tax attorney, right? Because I always trust but verify. More times than not, people think they know a lot, but they don't know a lot. That's what's inspiring me to become a mortgage broker, or sorry, a real estate broker, and then also on top of that, get my mortgage loan origination license on top of that, because it's not hard, right? So I can trust but verify people, but also give an opportunity for my future wife to work underneath me, so we qualify as real estate professional status, so I can offset my W-2 income, because most likely I'm gonna be the one working W-2 still, and then she'll probably be part-time, once we have kids. So that's why for me, I try to understand taxes. Like, I'm trying to get her on board for this, so that we can take advantage of these tax advantages that real estate offers. There. So let me know if you have any questions down below about passive income versus active income. Hopefully I did a good job explaining it. Hope to see you in the next one, and please share this video with somebody who can benefit from this lesson, and hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much.